Hi and welcome to this episode of Kapow with Pitu. Today I'm going to talk about the kinds of people you meet at the gym. Now, if you go to the gym often, there are certain types of people that you're just going to meet over and over and over again. It doesn't matter if you take group classes, it doesn't matter if you're like more of a machine person or a weights person. There's certain people you will meet over and over again. And वैसे तो there are a lot of types of people to talk about, but today I'm going to focus on the three people that I encounter the most. So the first category is what I like to call the hogger. The hogger is a person that has no space awareness, or they do have space awareness, they just don't care. These are the people that, let's say you're in a group class, they are the ones that the whole class is going left and they will go to the right, or they will take up space that is reserved for two people in one, or they are the people that they will interrupt the class mid-class because they want to take a phone call, which, by the way, my gym has a no cell phone policy, but that doesn't stop them. They will like get up in the middle of the class and they'll be like, excuse me, and they'll go in a corner and they'll start like furiously texting. And I always look at those people and I'm like, who are you? Are you the president? Are you a cardiac surgeon? Are you supposed to be like organizing some sort of like open heart surgery, like planning for some open heart surgery? What is so important that you have to like get up in the middle of the class and go and like start furiously texting somebody? Like, either get your communication whatever out of the way before the class or after the class. Don't do it in the middle. Hoggers are also those people that they will like keep their their water bottle and the towel wherever they want, or they'll use the dumbbells and stuff like that, and then they'll just leave them where they had them, or they'll leave their foam roller wherever. It's like, dude, use some common courtesy. My other favorite category of hogger is the ones who come late. So there are some people who come to my yoga class very late, and then they feel very self-aware because they're like, oh my god, the class has started already, and people are like meditating or whatever. So in their rush, they like quickly will grab a mat and they'll like quickly come in the middle, and while they're doing that, they'll end up like hitting you with their mat or something, and it's like, dude, I'm trying to like meditate over here. It's not my fault that you came 5 minutes late to class. So hoggers are kind of annoying, and there is one category of hoggers especially that is very aggressive. Like, there's a guy in my group class, and he behaves perfectly finely with me and my friends because he knows we won't take shit from him, but he has legit pushed some women in our class. Like, he has literally like pushed them out of his way because he wanted like a better spot or something, and those women actually complained about him. And I was like, why would you do that? Like, you are in a group class, you need to understand that you have your space and someone else has theirs, and you really have no business just like touching someone or telling them to get out of your way. That's really obnoxious behavior. So hoggers kind of suck. The second category is one that actually makes me really giggle, and I like to call this category the stud or the babe. So there used to be a guy in our class. He doesn't come to our class anymore, which makes me very sad because every time I would see him, he would just like, it was just such a humorous sight. It was obvious that he thought he's an absolute stud. Like, uske dimag mein wo Hrithik Roshan se kam nahi tha. He was Hrithik Roshan, and the rest of us should, be like worshipping the Adonis that he was. So it was really funny. We would be in our group class. He used to come to my bar class as well as my Zumba class, and I remember everyone is doing their moves, everyone is doing whatever, and he would do the same move, but he would be like checking himself out every moment he got. Between sets, people are like drinking water, they're hydrating, or maybe they're like talking to the person next to them, and he would be like checking himself out the whole time. And then before class would begin, before the instructor would come, he would like be taking selfies of himself. It was like very hilarious, and I used to actually find it very distracting because a couple times he was right in front of me and I would literally forget my steps because I was so busy laughing. Like, he would literally, like, we'd be doing a move and he'd be like that and like that, and then he would like check out his muscles, and you could check him looking like, he would look at his reflection like, oh, my muscles, like that. It was amazing. We do have one or two people in the gym who fall into the category of the babe. They're not as egregious though. Like, it's obvious that they think they're very hot, but they're not as much in love with themselves as that guy was. That guy was like, he was a hoot. So there will always be people in your gym who are extremely vain, who think that they are like, God's gift to mankind, and I actually think that they're amazing. I like to stand behind them because I kind of laugh with them, but I also laugh at them. And it's kind of funny to see what narcissists they are. And to some extent, you have to be in love with yourself to go to the gym regularly, because exercising and taking care of yourself is an important part of self-love. So to some extent, everyone who is a regular gym goer is someone who loves themselves. But these people take narcissism and vanity to a new level. My third category that I encounter, and it's mostly in yoga that I meet these people, is what I like to call the moaner. Oh my god, the moaners. So there was this one time I was in the yoga class, and I am really like a beginner in yoga. I kind of suck at it. I have been doing it only for a year and a half. So I'm like one of those lallu panjus who don't know what they're doing, and I just kind of do my own thing. And there are a lot of poses I have to sit out. So there was this one pose we were trying, and it was really hard and everything was hurting. My body and my muscles were being stretched in places that I didn't even know existed, and it was like I was in pain, and we were being told to like hold that pose. So imagine I'm in this deep pose, this deep bind, and literally I had like that strap that I was holding to bind my contort my body in this way, and the guy on my left clearly was hurting as well. I mean, everyone hurts in that pose, and he's in that pose, and this is the sound I hear. And I was like, what was that? This guy is a moaner. There's also a woman in my Saturday morning yoga class who's a moaner, and she does the same thing. Like she takes moaning to like a completely new level. Like literally our yoga class will be over and we're literally just doing like child's pose or something, or we're doing like happy baby or one of those, and just right before we go into shavasana, and she'll literally be doing like child's pose, and she'll be like and she's the only person in class who makes the sound. Like literally you will see like 10 heads like vaguely turn, like everyone's in child's pose and everyone is like, where is this sound coming from? Once or twice even my yoga teacher was kind of like, who is that, and it's so distracting. You just want to burst into laughter, and it's super distracting. Like if you're in any kind of balance pose, when like you're in tree pose or something like that, and these moaners start their usual moany stuff, it's like you immediately lose your balance. There is nothing more distracting than a moaner in your yoga class. And I thought it was just my yoga class that has moaners, but I found out from my cousin that her yoga class also has these people, and they're so irritating. The thing that really strikes me about these people is their confidence. Like imagine how much confidence you have to be in a yoga class, and you're making these ila run, like choli ke piche kya hai type of kind of sounds, and the entire class can hear you, the teacher can hear you, everybody is kind of like giving you like side eye, everyone is kind of like checking you out and wondering what's going on with you, and you're just apne hi dhun mein, you're just making these very moany sounds. And I'm like, I thought yoga was supposed to be very relaxing and peaceful and everything, because when I have moaners in my yoga class, I don't find it relaxing or peaceful. I just want to like either laugh or I want to tell them to shut up, because I don't know what they're on about. So these are my 3 favorite types of people that I meet at the class. There are other categories too that I'm not going to bother elaborating on. The enthusiasts, the resting bitch face, the mopey ones, the perennially sleepy ones. But that's it for now. I actually did go to the class today, and I met some of these types today as well. I didn't meet any of the moaners today, thankfully. If you go to the gym regularly and you encounter any of these types, or if there's any other category that you regularly meet, then let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and share, and I will see you in next episode, on the next episode of Kapow with Pitu. Thanks for watching.